They say no such things, his wife replied. No one thinks you are a coward. I can hear them, he said. It is your own voice you are hearing. Husband, she said. She, however, did not tell him that the villagers did whisper behind his back, and what they whispered was that he had perhaps gone mad. And then one day, he gave them proof. He rose at dawn, without waking his wife and children. He stowed a few scraps of bread into a burlap sack, put on his shoes, tied his scythe around his waist, and set off. He walked for many, many days. He walked until the sun was a faint red glow in the distance. Nights he slept in caves as the wind whistled outside, or else he slept beside rivers and beneath trees and among the cover of boulders. He ate his bread, and then he ate what he could find, wild berries, mushrooms, fish that he caught with his bare hands from streams, and some days he didn't eat at all. But still he walked. When passers-by asked where he was going, he told them, and some laughed, some hurried past for fear he was a madman, and some prayed for him, as they too had lost a child to the thief. Baba Ayub kept his head down and walked. When his shoes fell apart, he fastened them to his feet with strings, and when the strings tore, he pushed forward on bare feet. In this way, he travelled across deserts and valleys and mountains. At last, he reached the mountain atop which sat the thief's fort. So eager he was to fulfill his quest that he didn't rest and immediately began his climb. His clothes shredded, his feet bloodied, his hair caked with dust, but his resolve unshaken. The jagged rocks ripped his soles. Hawks pecked at his cheeks when he climbed past their nest. Violent gusts of wind nearly tore him from the side of the mountain, and still he climbed, from one rock to the next, until at last he stood before the massive gates of the thief's fort. Who dares? The thief's voice boomed when Baba Ayub threw a stone at the gates. Baba Ayub stated his name. I come from the village of Maidan Sabs, he said. Do you have a wish to die? Surely you must, disturbing me in my home. What is your business? I have come here to kill you. There came a pause from the other side of the gate, and then the gates creaked open, and there stood the thief, looming over Baba Ayub in all of his nightmarish glory. Have you? It said in a voice thick as thunder. Indeed, Baba Ayub said, one way or another, one of us dies today. It appeared for a moment that the thief would swipe Baba Ayub off the ground and finish him with a single bite of his dagger-shaped teeth. But something made the creature hesitate. It narrowed its eyes. Perhaps it was the craziness of the old man's words. Perhaps it was the man's appearance, the shredded garb, the bloody face, the dust that coated him head to toe, the open sores on his skin, or perhaps it was that, in the old man's eyes, the thief found not even a tinge of fear. Where did you say you came from? Maidan Sabs, said Baba Ayub. It must be far away, by the look of you, this Maidan Sabs. I did not come here to palaver. I came here to... The thief raised one clawed hand. Yes, you've come here to kill me. I know, but surely I can be granted a few last words before I am slain. Very well, said Baba Ayub, but only a few. I thank you, the thief grinned. May I ask what evil I have committed against you so as to warrant death? You took from me my youngest son, Baba Ayub replied. He was in the world the dearest thing to me. The thief grunted and tapped its chin. I have taken many children from many fathers, it said. Baba Ayub angrily drew his scythe. Then I shall exact revenge on their behalf as well. I must say, your courage raises in me a surge of admiration. You know nothing of courage, said Baba Ayub. For courage, there must be something at stake. I come here with nothing to lose. You have your life to lose, said the thief. You already took that from me. The thief grunted and studied Baba Ayub thoughtfully. After a time, it said, Very well then, I will grant you your duel, but first I ask that you follow me. Be quick, Baba Ayub said. I am out of patience. But the thief was already walking toward a giant hallway, and Baba Ayub had no choice but to follow it. He trailed the thief through a labyrinth of hallways, the ceiling of each nearly scraped the clouds. It supported the enormous columns. They passed many stairwells and chambers big enough to contain all Maidansas. They walked this way until at last the thief led Baba Ayub into an enormous room, at the far end of which was a curtain. "Come closer," the thief motioned. Baba Ayub stood next to the thief.